and I took off about 25 feet and I flew up to my mother's house. It's about 2 miles away. By the time I got there, I'd seasickness.
Guys, congrats on the show. I mean, I love this. My mind's still all over the place after watching it. So for you, Benedict, I'll start with you. How did this come to you then? Like, was this something that you read the script and thought about it, or is this like you go when you see the people behind this, you go, "Oh no, I'm in. I don't even need to read it."
Yeah, I was filming Doctor Strange at the time, and then I had a Zoom call with Dan, David, and Alex, and was a bit curious why there's three showrunners for this mystery project, and didn't have the script at the time. And they just gave me the character breakdown, and then they confessed that they copied my Wikipedia page, and feeling wooed, and on the knowing their pedigree, I was in straight away. But entering into the source material, they're really dense books, and the science is dense. I don't know how they were going to film the games. It almost feels as if it's unfilmable, and it's a heavy gauntlet to pick up. And why not go for the ride, especially with this incredible masters of the art?
Oh, you're too kind, sir. Too kind.
Did you have? Sorry, go on, Liam.
No, I was just going to say, just in answer to the same question, having worked with David and Dan for a decade, I suppose, I thought that portion of my career was over, a beautiful part of it, but gone forever. And I was actually in talks to do something else. It was quite advanced. I hadn't quite said yes, but we were chatting, and I got a phone call from David and Dan, who had obviously done their intel, and they went, "You're not going with them. You're coming with us." And I just went, "Yeah, okay." And like literally, the phone call was about a minute. And then when I hung up, I went, "I don't even know what I said okay to here yet." And then the script came along, and I'd seen that they'd written, at least the two of us, they'd written for us.
Yeah.
So you've seen the show, a big take Dublin head me in the show. And I was very happy to say yes to that project. Have you seen them all? Have you seen all the episodes?
Almost. I didn't get quite to the end. Do you know kind of way?
Okay.
I'm almost there, but there's, so I assume something crazy can happen because everything crazy happens in this show. But come
Yeah.
you two though, what I like about this because they say they wrote the parts for you. There's kind of this unusual chemistry between the two. You kind of bounce off each other. They're great characters. So was it fun to have to have it written for you first of all, but to work off each other in this kind of the way? Yeah,
It was the absolute best. We hit the ground running. I mean,
Yeah.
from day one, there was a serious bromance going on. I might get him a clad of ring the way things are
yeah.
going. It's look. He's a what's that word you use? That
We're grafters. That's
yeah.
it. Uh-huh.
And
And
we love the work. And when we're handed beautiful words, we'll work like dogs to get them right.
Yeah.
And we prepare. We do everything. We have a laugh on set. We take the work, as this man says, very seriously. But there's no point in doing it if you don't enjoy doing it. And every scene that we had together, I was dying. Let me at it.
Yeah.
Just glorious. And you can see there's some fun.
yeah.
They're great together, and they're completely different. They're chalk and cheese. They couldn't be any more chalk and cheese.
Mm.
These two, but anytime they're on the screen, you do have a bit of fun. They put a smile on your face, I think, even after what they get up to.
Yeah,
It's
they've got
just
great respect for each other.
yeah,
They know that they're aligned for the greater good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you get to improv at all during something like this, or is it all on the page and it's there so don't touch it? Do you know what I mean?
The occasional something.
Benny will throw you a few curveballs now and again that I have to build. I have to hit back to him and usually miss. The writing is so good. I mean, you saw it. You just look at Game of Thrones and stuff and see the quality of the words. And for an actor, when you're starting a scene that you don't have to fix, that you don't have to find out what the problems are with it, and more do your workarounds or put out fires.
Mm.
You've just to do justice to the writing,
Yeah.
and it takes quite a weight off your shoulders, and you can play with it. But they're such good writers. There's room to play within the scenes, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's great. It's just a great joy to do.
And I have to ask you, so the VR headset plays a big role in this series. I assume you're not gamers yourselves, right? Have you ever tried it, the VR headsets for like
I got
the?
one in the gaff. Yeah.
Do you have one, Liam?
Yeah, I've been on the Oculus, the Sony. Yeah,
Yeah.
that kind of
I get
carry.
dizzy on them. Like, do you not find
Yeah,
it?
yeah, the latency is bad. The last time I put it on, I got onto if you tie it up with Google Earth, and I took off about 25 feet and I flew up to my mother's house. It's about 2 miles away. By the time I got there, I'd seasickness.
What
Uh,
in the Oculus?
yeah, it's really
Well, like
weird. It's
Peter
really
Pan.
weird. Yeah, yeah, literally, you're flying over all the buildings, everything.
Wow.
It's all mapped out. It's really weird.
Okay.
And but the latency is a bit. It's latency that does it to your middle ear.
Yeah.
Well, I can't read in a car and stuff like that. I get a bit of motion sickness, but that brought it on. But I'm sure
Okay.
when they get the latency down, I'll be living in a virtual world. I won't talk to anybody. It'd be
Is
great.
that? You'll be gone to the meta universe. On that note, listen, thanks so much for talking to me, and congrats on the show. Brilliant.
Cheers. Thank you very
Cheers,
much.
Take care.
guys.
Bye-bye.